Hello and welcome everybody back to the J72 Gaming channel. My name is Jacob. You guys can just call me Jay here. And it's been a while since I've made a video, but I'd like to announce that I am back and ready to make a lot more Path of Titans and other content for you guys. But what I bet most of you clicked on the video for is not for me, not for my return to video making. It's for Path of Titans' new update, right? They just had the Nightstalker update, and I'll get rid of my face and overlay this awesome trailer here. We've got a ton of new things, guys. Stuff that we're going to be going over a bit in this video as we kind of fly around. We're going to look for new locations. That's really what I kind of want to be active about, looking for like new freshwater ponds, stuff that's really going to like have an impact, right, when you're playing the game. But we'll go over all the the major updates and some they changed fish a bit, and they've done some like new textures, new models for some dinosaurs and stuff. So anyway, that's going to be the focus of the video, and I'm very excited to kind of dive back in. Like I said, it's been a while since I've made some videos, but it's been even longer since I played Path of Titan. So we're going to dive back into Scout. This is going to continue his growth adventure, and we're going to fly around. We're going to see what's going on and take a look at this new update. Let's get into it. All right, so yeah, we left off in the home cave, of course, because we wanted to get that rested EXP. Let's go ahead and jump out into the world and kind of see what people are doing. Let's hopefully I can remember how to fly. It's been a while. Oh, I'm already hearing something. Let's get to the air here. Oh god, yeah, like I said, it's been a while. Whoo, what do we got down there? Oh, a little Iggy. I would love to play in Iguanodon. That would be a fun time, I think. Kind of underrated creature, you don't see it a lot. Alright guys, first things first, what's new in the update, right? So the first thing is first that I want to show you guys. The Latin Venatrix, the Camptosaurus, the Alioramus, and the Suchomimus all have new models. Now, I'm actually a really big fan of some of these changes. The Latin looks amazing. I didn't think it really looked bad before. The Canto is also doing alright. The Alio I'm not the biggest fan of. And the Sucho's kind of okay. The Sucho's got kind of long arms, in my opinion. But the Sucho got a lot of new abilities, as did many of these creatures that we're going to go over today. And I'm a big fan of the Sucho. I've got a solo Sucho experience. I posted it on this channel, and I'll be continuing to post it as I play it. But that's like my downtime creature, right? When I just want to hang out and just like, not be a YouTuber for once and actually just kind of sit, zone out, and play the game. I like playing my Sucho. I've said it many of times before that I highly, highly recommend semi-aquatic creatures in this Gondwa map, simply because, if you open the map here, you can see all the rivers and waterways, and it's got an ocean around the outside. It's fantastic for semi-aquatic creatures. Alright, let's get into it a little bit. Let's fly around, kind of look in the world before going over too many more of these updates. There are a ton, and I definitely am not going to be covering all of them today. I mean, I've got the the Discord update post on my left monitor here, but yeah, I highly recommend. You guys probably already know Velocity. He's got an update channel where he talks about news and stuff like that, and he covers it a lot better than I could. So I highly recommend, if you want a detailed look, to go check out his channel. But if you're interested in just kind of hanging out and kind of getting a ground's eye view on this Gondwa map here, as we kind of fly around today, then you are in the right place. Alright, let's also take a quick look at Scout, because this is Scout's growth series. We got to give some respect to Scout, even though the update's awesome. Scout here is almost adolescence. I do remember the last video I kept thinking like the next quest would get us to grow, and the next one, and we just like had to end right before. So I am one quest away. I'll probably knock one of those out real quick. We are down in the Hunter's Thicket and over by this grove has a name too. Like I said, it's been a while, but I have been all over this map. Snake Gully. Now, I've been all over this map when I made that Your Ultimate Guide video that kind of shows off all the locations. So if I see something that I don't recognize, like, it's going to stand out to me. So you guys can trust that I will see some changes here. What I'm really going to be keeping my eye out is for, like I said in the opener, is freshwater ponds. I know that they've added those in places, and like I know one's over at Rainbow Hills. Maybe we'll go drink from that, because I'm getting thirsty. Oh! I'm also getting rusty at flying. Also, guys, as you can tell, behind me, I am fully moved in down in Palm Desert. So I used to live up in Washington with my roommates, and long story short, My father passed away last year and kind of threw me and my family's life in, you know, everything changed, right? So long story short, I'm now living down here, back with my mom, helping run the new family business, because that's how we're going to stay stable. But that allows me to have my own office area here, which is fantastic for YouTube and fantastic for me just to kind of have a quiet place to be creative and honestly, just to play video games too. It's really nice. So yeah, if you guys are interested in kind of what's on the shelves, I do plan to make a video on that for members only. So if you would like to join the Sauropod Captains, feel free to subscribe down there. I would love to have you, but more on that at the end of the video. All right, we've got a Spino here. How do I have to be running, right? If I remember. Like I said, it's been a while. Let's get up. Take a look at this Spino. What's up, man? Just doing his quest. I actually need pine cones though, so could use those. All right, let's go ahead and fly over here and get into a little bit more of the updates. All right, guys. First thing that I notice here flying into Rainbow Hills is this kind of canyon area. I don't actually remember if it was so canyony in this spot. This kind of stands out to me of being a little bit different. Like I said, in that Gondwa, you know, the ultimate guide to Gondwa, I really flew around in camera mode. You know, if you play single player, you can go into camera mode and really fly around and kind of get a great view of everything. I feel like I would have gotten like a cool angle shot, you know, in this valley. So it stands out to me as being new. Also, Scout, you chose a kind of ridiculous place to sit there, buddy. All right, let's get to more updates. We've got a lot to cover today, and like I said, I want to cover as much as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cover everything. So while we look for this freshwater pond, which I do know exists, let's go over some of the fish buffs, okay? I'll overlay display here on all of these buffs, but basically we've got River Stingray has a Venom heal, which is very situational. You know, I think like if you got a Venom and you end up getting a fish, that's a very small amount of time. But anyway, the pike gives you stam regen, the trout gives you bleeding heal, catfish gives you health, the basilamus, I don't even know how to say that, gives you armor, green turtle gives you armor, manta ray gives you swim speed, the arapaima, which are the huge ones, give you bleed heal and health heal, which is pretty sweet. It gives you 2 buffs, which I think makes sense, right? They're so huge, they're going to be like the best fish you can find, most rare too. And then there's tuna, gives you stam regen, and the kelp shark will give you bleed heal. I would love to find a fish in this video. We can kind of test how long those buffs last. But even if they're just for like a few minutes, it's nice to be like, uh-oh, I'm bleeding, and I happen to be over a river or a lake, you know, let's go grab a fish and cure what we can. But I don't know, fish are kind of happenstance. It's kind of hard to get up in combat, so we'll see. Where is that water, though? Ah, look at that, right here. And it seems to be all to ourselves. I'm going to land here. I'm going to be forced to land here because I'm out of stam. Now let's go. Oh, I missed it. Man, I am rusty. Rusty. This is nice, though. It's a little oasis and kind of like the rocky desert. I like that. That's cool. A lot of people are boasting about Salt Tooth Marsh. I had to think of the name real quick. Salt Tooth Marsh. No, Sharp Tooth. That's the one. Sharp Tooth Marsh, which is all salt water besides like fresh water running into it. But a lot of people are saying it looks really good. We're not too far off. It's kind of just over there, so we might go check that out as well. Alright guys, but if you are new to the channel, I welcome you to what the regular Sauropod squad already know I'm going to say. This is the... I gotta think of the name for it. This is the part of the video where I ask you guys what you're eating, what you're drinking, and I actually just had In-N-Out, because I'm back in California, baby, so I can have some In-N-Out. So I already had some food, but I am still sipping on my pink lemonade. So let me know what you guys are drinking, what you guys are eating. Cheers. Alright, that's awesome. That fresh water is like in such a perfect spot on the map, because there's not really like anything else up here. There was always this freshwater lake. I'll zoom in. Ugh. There's this freshwater lake right here, and of course the river, but all of Rainbow Hills here was dry and barren, and you didn't really see many people in it, if I'm honest. Pretty deserted location, so I like to see that. That's pretty cool. Alright, poor Scout. I'm gonna let you know, Scout, I don't know if we're gonna get too many quests done today. This might just be a scouting mission. All right, guys, let's talk about the next bullet point here in the update, right? We've got the updated Gondwa environmental sounds, and just in general, lots of things in Gondwa have been changed, right? Like, we're obviously looking for water places, but let's just rattle through these real quick. So they fixed Gondwa not having water sounds in areas not close to water. That's huge. That was very noticeable when you were playing. Fixed Sharptooth Marth on mobile, fixed trees, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll filter through this so you guys don't have to hear every single one. Yeah, reading through all these are kind of like bug changes and optimization changes. So I'll keep throwing up the thing here on the screen so you guys can look over specifics. Nothing super crazy, except for the last one there, adding healing water effect to all of the hot spring pools. That's pretty cool. I assume they mean like every hot spring in the game, because there was the hot spring down here. This hot spring was not giving you the healing water effect, right? When you drink the water, it would actually heal you. This one down here wasn't doing that, so I'm wondering if that does that now, or if they simply mean every single pool here, but they probably should have been doing every single pool in this area to begin with, right? So I'm not sure what that means. Hopefully it's adding the one in the south. That'd be kind of neat. All right, Scout, you need food, my dude. So let's go. I'm going to go out to the ocean. We're going to try to find a fish. We'll see kind of what some of those fish buffs do. And while I do this, I'm just going to show you guys all of the combat changes. Now, there's a lot of characters, a lot of creatures, a lot of different species, right? So I'm not going to talk about every single one. I'm just going to let it kind of scroll here on the screen, and you guys can kind of pause if you want to look over the dinosaurs that you are specifically interested in. But what is really important are the general combat changes. I think the biggest one is probably that they've adjusted the swim speeds right on top there. Adjusted the swim speeds of the amphibious dinosaurs. I don't know, what's faster, what's smaller. Again, I don't know the darn specifics, right? There's plenty of good channels out there that you guys can find if you want to know like the nitty-gritty specifics. But generally speaking, if you're just a casual player of the game, things swim faster and things swim slower. Let's dive down here, by the way. We can probably maybe feel... Do I feel like I swim faster on this guy? It was about the same. Might actually be a little faster. Nothing crazy. I do know one of the big changes for the Sarco is that no matter what type of water it is in, based off the, it doesn't matter about the quality of the water, it will actually regain thirst meter, which is sick. So that the Sarco can pretty much go anywhere it wants at all time, which is really nice. I was kind of just casually coming in here with no stamina, and then my brain's like, hey man, you gotta remember, there are Kaiwekia players. There are at least a plausible Kaiwekia player. I really haven't seen too many since like the first weekend where they came out and everyone was like, oh, new creature, and wanted to play it. But yeah, I gotta keep that in mind. And guys, no luck on fish, unfortunately. At least not in the ocean. I was even looking for the... Oh, careful. I was even looking for the piles of seaweed. Because the pile of seaweed will have like a lot of birds flying around it, and that tells you that underneath are going to be a spawn of fish. But yeah, couldn't find any. Anyway, we've got another... Bam! Throw it up on the screen. Another fat section here that I don't really want to go over every single... general update here, but there are a lot of general updates, right? Icon changes, they added a water drip, which you can actually see on the screen here, Scout's dripping, which on Scout, the drip kind of comes from above him, so it could be perfected in that sense, but I'm sure it looks great on bigger creatures. Or maybe the drip is just for the future, like my model if it was fully grown, and it doesn't know how to do it for juveniles. Anyway, there could be some perfection, but it looks fine. Reduced all fish flee speeds by about 25% to take into account reduced swim speeds of the aquatic players from an earlier patch. That's huge. I do remember, I think the earlier patch they were talking about, I had played, and I do remember the fish just being a pain in the ass to catch. Like, they are so fast. If you're like a small Sarco or a small, even like a Megalania, right? You just have kind of troubles grabbing them. One thing I do want to point out that jumped out for me, you can see about halfway through here, they added a food quest for the Kaiwekia when it gets low on hunger. Now that's interesting to me because everybody used to have the food quest, and it was actually probably the best way to grow your character in the past. for quite a while, really. And so it's interesting that they removed that for balance, which I think is fine, but they've given it back to specifically the Kaiwekia. So I'm wondering if that's something that all full aquatic creatures are going to have. It makes, I guess, a little sense to give, because they don't really have like downed corpses as much as, or at all. Actually, I don't think anything's like a stationary food corpse in the water. I don't know if that exists, but we have that obviously with downed bodies for carnivores, and there's berry bushes everywhere for the vegetarians. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting change, and I guess nice for the few Kaiwekia players that are still out there. Unclaimed quest rewards. Yo, check it out. Okay, this is one of the updates that we haven't gotten to yet on the list, but yeah, you actually have to claim your quest now. I don't know if you get the growth until... Let's find out. Hit collect. Yeah, okay, so you don't get the growth until you hit complete. Interesting. So that's a change. You have to actively use your quest log, right, which is tab, and then go over in quests. So that's interesting, and of course you can track and see the rewards and stuff like that. That's always been there. But that is interesting. But with that, we get a round of applause for Scout, because he has made it to Adolescence. Which actually, sit back down, buddy. Have they changed how we are able to look at these? Yes, we can look at them and see, okay, this is cool. So this is changes that I haven't seen yet for our flyer here. So the head slot, we still have bite, okay, some senses, land runner, moves 20% faster on the ground, pretty sick. 900, not too bad. The front limbs get gripping claws. Turn 20% faster when on the ground. Okay. Metabolism, I think this was already here. We have Fisher, and then we have Hyper Carnivore, which is only meat. I think that Hyper Carnivore is probably pretty nice on like Pandora, the other map, but Gondola has so many places for fish. I think I'm going to keep it fish. Plus, I like being semi-aquatic, right? It's more fun. Let's see what the hide has. Streamlined. Yep, this was here before. I do remember this. I might get that at this point. It looks like Adolescent unlocked a lot of things for us to get. Back legs. Webbed feet. Increases swim speed by 10% and decreases swim stamina drain by 20. That's also huge. But then there's Skydiver. Take 40% reduced fall damage. That's pretty nice if I'm honest. But if you're playing well, you don't need that. You shouldn't be taking fall damage. So that webbed feet is probably the better pick. And then voice, insufficient grip. So it looks like we don't get voice call until sub-adult. I also do remember that they were saying that they're going to start adding a lot of voice abilities to all the different creatures. So eventually kind of everything has a voice call, be it increasing your defense or increase your attack, your run speed, your night vision, whatever. That's pretty cool. All right, next up in the Discord post, we have community server information. I'm not going to touch upon it too much, other than throwing it up on the screen here for you guys. Community servers and mods. I don't like to focus too much on the server because it's not generalized for everybody, right? It's not. I like to stay on the official servers and show off kind of what's going on in the official main game, right? But mods and community servers have their time, have their place, and they're awesome. So if any of that applies to you, there you go. Okay, but we need to, like, full focus on getting food, so I need to stop talking about updates and searching for things. Scout's gonna die. We don't want Scout to die because he just hit Adolescence, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy over to a lake. Let's get to the top of this mountain here, and then we'll scout. We'll scout for a good place to go. Oh, it was control. Right, just go down for air brake. Duh. It's been a while, guys. Alright, so we are now down here. Oh, we actually went around the burned forest. I didn't realize we were so far south. I guess we can head down here to, what is that, Big Quill Lake? Let's head down to Big Quill Lake. There's usually tons of people, too, so we can kind of see what people are playing, what people are getting up to. I would assume at this point in Gondwa's lifespan, right, the update just came out, but it didn't have a new creature. And because of that, I think people are playing, but they're playing what they want to, right? doesn't really. I mean, I guess a lot of people might be playing the Latin or the Metri since they got the nighttime updates, and they're kind of the full focus of the updates of this update. How many times can I say update? But generally speaking, I think people are probably just playing what they want to play, which is cool. All right, coming in hot to Big Quill Lake here. Looks beautiful. Keep my head on a swivel here, see if we got anybody. It looks quiet, but you never know what's under the water. I'm gonna land. Let's play this safe. I'm gonna land up here, I'm gonna get full stamp, and then we'll dive under and see if there's any Sarcos that are hanging out. Those are the ones I'm really scared about. Well, maybe a Kaiweki. I got a Kaiweki into this lake. It is possible. Oh god. Maybe I do need that 40% reduced fall damage. Oh, look at that. Find and eat food. I thought they took away those quests. Did they bring it back? Or was it thirst? I can't remember. I'm sure one of you know. I thought they took the food quest away. Maybe it was just the water quest. Interesting. Either way, we are definitely hungry, so let's go ahead and dive on down here. Go out to the middle here just in case there is someone down here. And let's find fish, but not other dinosaurs. Quick scan, quick scan, quick scan. Okay, we look good. It is murky down here, though. Alright, let's find us some fish. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. I want your buffs. Donde está the fish? Alright, no fish over there. Let's check this side. You know what would be amazing for Path of Titans to bring in is skimming. I would love that. I would love to be able to drink while flying like this. I think that would be just really fun and awesome to do. Alright, well, Scout is resting here. Let's go ahead and just show you guys, BAM! All of the rest general fixes. These are usually a little bit less interesting of an update, but pretty still important in the grand scheme of things. A big one that I noticed right there in the middle, kind of towards the top, they fixed the Spino, Dinocaris, and the Suko. They make no swimming sounds now when... Or, sorry, they fixed them making no swimming sounds, which is important. They used to be able to be, like, stealth creatures, right? Which, no, like, you should hear some splashing. I hope, though, that kind of the lower in the water you are, there's a certain... Like, you should only really make noise if you're up at the top. I would hate to be, like, a T-Rex... Or just me sitting up there, right, and I hear them swimming if they're, like, at the bottom of the lake. I think that's a little unfair for the swimmers. But if they're, like, you know, say you're, like, right here, right, you would definitely kind of make some noise. Okay, fish! Let me get you. Want your buff. Ugh. Give me. I'm out of practice. Catch the fish. There we go. Bluegill! Alright. Go find a spot. I gotta scroll up on my second monitor to remember what buff this guy gives. Although, I guess we could just sit here and eat it and see if it tells us in-game, which it probably does. Alright, eat up the bluegill. Hello? No buff? Let me see. Fish buff, fish buff, fish buffs. Where were they? All the way at the top here. Bluegill does not give a food buff. Okay, so it's not every fish. That's interesting to know. So I guess the bigger ones are the only ones that actually give you food buffs. That's good to know. Let's go ahead and dive down here. Maybe there's another type of fish. No, it doesn't look like it. We'll just fill up on bluegill here just to keep Scout alive. I would love to find more fish though later in the video. Ooh, got him. Let's just eat this under here. Alright, here we go. The last bluegill. Scout's belly. That should get us the food quest complete. Go ahead and swallow that, buddy. There we go. Nice. So how many marks do we actually have? It's been a while. 1,350. We should go get something, shouldn't we? I'm kind of feeling like Streamlined might be the way to go, although Land Runner would allow us to kind of quest faster, I guess. I'm on the ground a lot when questing. But Streamlined just kind of feels nice. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go take us to a home cave real quick. Alright, home cave time with the sunset coming through the rocks. It looks gorgeous from this way. It looks a little buggy from the other way. Alright, let's go ahead and put you to sleep, my dude. And go to, whoops, not quest. Let's go to character. Let's go to abilities. And let's go ahead and grab Streamlined. 800, yes. Now, this is also something that I have read. I don't somewhere in the updates, but you don't have to hit confirm anymore when, like if I was to change head to here, I can just do this, right? And then it's good. There's no confirm button down here. There was so many times when, you know, I would be talking to you guys about abilities, and I would customize a bunch of these, and I would just like hit close instinctually instead of confirm. So I think through a lot of playtesting, a lot of people getting annoyed, the devs are probably like, yeah, you're already confirming when you purchase it. You don't really need to confirm when you're swapping it. Plus, you're going to a home cave. You're going to sleep. Like, you're doing so many steps. It just sucks when you forget that last step, and then you run out of your cave, and 5-10 minutes later, you're like, I don't have any of the abilities that I went back to go get. so yeah. Also, yeah, I can't get my stamina back in the home cave, so that was unfortunate that I came in here with none. Hopefully we are all right leaving. No players. Yeah, let's get out of here. Okay, nighttime has fallen. And I think, guys, I'm about at 30 minutes for this episode. I think that's a kind of a good place to call it for this quick kind of... It's a Growth Series episode for Scout, but really it's an update video to kind of let you guys know what's going on low-key, low level. Again, guys, if you want a ton of information, if you want 100%, I highly recommend my buddy Velocity's channel. Like I said, you guys probably already know him. He is huge in Path of Titans and is definitely the main guy to go to for every single update. But if you want to see it in action, come back here. But yeah, with that said, guys, yeah, I would like to thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited to kind of come back to the channel and really give it the college try, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I hope to prove to you guys going forward, now that I've got the space, I've got the possibility, and I've got a lot of days to kind of dedicate here to YouTube. I hope you really see this channel kind of explode with videos. I want to continue making these Growth Series videos. I'm definitely going to make the Isle versus Path of Titans eventually again. I don't know if it's going to be 2023 review or... it might not be a direct sequel to the other ones I've made, but I do want to compare the videos, compare the two games, because Path of Titans specifically has been knocking it out of the park, and I think more people should know that it might be a little bit better than the Isle. You know what I mean? But beyond that, guys, oh look, there's a lizard down there. Hey, oh wait, that's not a lizard. That a... Oh, I crashed. What? Path of Titans, I was just boasting to you. Okay, guys, well, I'll make this quick and end it. I'll even make myself bigger here since since we don't want a black screen. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. To continue on what I was saying with the channel, yeah, I want to make a lot of videos, and more specifically, I really want to do stuff for the members. So if you guys want to support me a little bit more and help the channel grow, I welcome you guys to subscribe down to become a member down below. It's $5, and it'll go a long way for me. It'll really help make this kind of a sustainable job for me. But for you guys, for what you get, I really want to do a lot for the members. First off, I want to have I want to have 2 member-only videos every month, right? One of them is going to be some sort of playthrough. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's a lot of things that I find interesting that I think you guys will find interesting that don't really fit for the channel, right? In the past, we did stuff like the scrap mechanic playthrough. I think stuff like that could be a lot of fun, and obviously I'll have a poll for the members to be like, what do you want to watch? You know, what should we play? What playthrough? You know, maybe Jurassic Park content, or something not dinosaurs that you guys are interested in. I know there's the game Stray. Stray would be a great idea to do over there. So stuff like that. And then the second video is going to be like a Q&A type thing where I kind of get to know you guys a little bit more, let you guys know me a little bit more. And the first one I want to do is what I was talking about, is kind of showing off all this crap that's around me. I have so many collectibles, and now a lot of the Marvel stuff is my late dad's, and so I've combined his collection with my collection. I've got so many things. There's stuff off camera you can't see. I just got a lot of crap, and I got a lot to say about all this crap. So if you find that interesting, I highly recommend you to join the captains, the Sauropod Squad captains. That's what I'm calling the members. And yeah, but besides that, if you don't have the $5, again, only if you want to help support me. I fully understand hardships with money, so I'm there with you guys on that. But yeah, besides that, if you're not a member, there's still going to be plenty of videos coming out to this channel, bunch of Path of Titans, and I said in a poll recently that I want to do more of those versus videos, like the Isle versus Path of Titans, right? But I want to do it with just gaming in general. There's so many video games that I'm a huge fan of, right? Like Diddy Kong Racing versus Mario Kart, right? Just comparing and contrasting. Halo versus Call of Duty series, compare and contrasting, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So if that's something you guys are interested, let me know down below. Maybe throw me an idea of 2 games that you want to see me compare. I want that to start becoming like a staple, like video essays, right? I want that to become a staple on the channel, because they seem to do very well as far as views, and you guys seem to get a lot out of it. I get a lot of feedback and comments on those types of videos. But yeah, guys, I'm rambling. I don't know why Path of Titans crashed. That's honestly like the first time that's ever happened. That's crazy. maybe because I got 3 monitors. Now the computer's just like, I can't handle it. Anyway, guys, you guys know I ramble on in outros, so I'm gonna cut it off here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are really digging the update. It seems to be, besides the crash, pretty good. Gondwa looks pretty solid of an update. Lots of vegetation changed, and lots of new fresh water. So again, I'm still rambling, aren't I? Anyway, let's cut it off here. I have been Jay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time,